Hi, welcome to day 7 of the 21 days of Pilates. So, in day 6, we worked the arm connection. We helped find the arm connection by using a band. Today, we're going to continue the arm connection and we're going to use small weights. I have 1 pounders. I would say up to 2 pounds in this workout. You don't want to go above that because the muscles that attach your shoulders to your body are quite small and we don't want to strain them. This isn't about lifting heavy weights. This is about finding the connection. And the light weights really help find that connection and sort of get a little bit deeper into it. You can also do this with soup cans. You can find water bottles. You can also do this without weights. Okay. So you're ready to continue that arm connection? Let's get started. So we're going to start lying down. You're going to take the weights in your hands and we're going to place them in the mat. So they're kind of like little spikes in the mat. And remember, the way we use our wrists is super important. So when you hold your weights, we don't want to sort of do anything like by bending our wrists. So really pay attention to long wrists, pushing through the knuckles. You don't want to grip onto the weights too hard or else you'll also lose your back connection. Just play with that for a second when you over grip, right? Versus not, you can get into the back more. Do you feel that? Just play with that. All right, so as we're placing those weights in the mat, squeeze your thighs together, find your ab connection. All right, heavy pelvis. And just kind of lightly press your weights into the mat and see if you can find your upper arm muscles. All right, your upper arms are pressing into the mat as well. And that's going to help you find your upper back and your mid back. All right, you want to be careful you don't start to pop through the ribs when you kind of push too much. That can happen. And then you've changed the shape of your spine. So you want to keep those ribs heavy. And breathe 360 degrees around. Day 1, we used that ball. I wanted to teach you that 360. So hopefully you've been practicing that and you can use it here. If you're tight, you'll notice it starting to open. If you have a bit of stress going on, you might start to feel it release a little. And those arms just stay there to help connect your back. On your next inhale, I just want you to take your right leg, you're going to pull it in. And exhale, bring it down and switch, inhale. So really maintain that posture, maintain the back connection. And we don't want to forget about the backs of your legs, right? So when you switch your legs, can you really find the back of your leg with that opposite leg that's pushing into the mat? And then when you switch, push that other foot into the mat. Really activate the seat, the hamstring, that hip connection on the back of the leg. And if it's too much for you to think about, let's just connect to the mid back right now, okay? I don't want to give you too much if you're not ready to think about all of it. You can start to maybe press in midair if you want. But if that low back popped, I want you to keep one foot on the ground at all times. That's called a closed chain. And that's going to help you build your muscles and not have that low back as vulnerable. Just breathe any way you want. Just maintain the integrity of your breath. And then we'll lower it down. Squeeze those thighs together. Take an inhale. On your exhale, you're going to lift both feet just about an inch off the mat. The higher you lift your legs, the easier, the more challenging is the lower. Okay, so you pick where you want to go. Don't go low if you're losing your connection. Just find that sweet spot. If you want a little bit more challenge, let those feet go away a little bit. Find your center, right? Pulling that center in like we did in day 2. Push those stakes into the mat. Find your upper mid back. Good. And then a little further away if you want. So when you're holding that mid back alignment, it's really challenging to keep your center in and keep your chest and back wide and open, right? Your ribs want to pop. So play with that. It's hard. Squeeze your thighs and maybe little toe taps if you want. Keep breathing without losing that connection. Beautiful job. And then both legs down. Take those feet a little bit closer towards you for some hip rolls. Again, those arms just stay staked down. We're going to curl the pelvis towards us and lift it up right into the mid back. Push equally into your feet and then keep those stakes down. Keep the stakes down as you roll down through the spine. Building those back muscles. And again, play with that rib connection too. We don't want them to pop. I see that a lot when people go into this bridge is when they push up with the ribs. So you kind of lose that connection. It's the same idea when you're down here with the ribs in, right? You want to be up there with those ribs pulling into your spine. It's about finding that connection with the longest spine you can. Wherever you are, give me one more full one. And then take those arms up towards the ceiling. Allow your arms to get heavy in the shoulder sockets, okay, as you reach those arms long. Nice long wrists. And we're going to reach those arms. So take an inhale. Exhale, pull those arms back behind you. And I just want you to hold it in a place where they're not all the way back where you've lost your connection to your ribs or the shape of your spine. They're slightly above your forehead. All right. Now, what I want you to do is reach those arms to the opposite side of the room. Reach them. All right, your shoulders have lost their connection. Pull them back into the pockets and sort of feel the energy of pulling them down. Now, what happens if we pull down so much? I showed you yesterday how that can really add some too much compression. So what I want you to do is as you're here, can you pull down but reach away at the same time? Light grip on the weights. Do you feel that opposition? Play with it. Draw the belly in. Reach the arms, but pull them down at the same time. Do you find your back muscles? Did you feel them? Maybe you felt a little bit of your upper arms, your shoulder area. It's all working. Take the arms back up. Again, arms are pulling down as well as reaching up. You have to use your center to do that. Reach it back behind you on an exhale. Hold it because I want your mind to make this connection of the arms reaching behind you and pulling down in their pockets at the same time. Not overly pressing down, right? Try one more. And bring them down and make those stakes again. Squeeze your thighs together. Take an inhale. Exhale. Let's pull those legs into you. This time they're going to come all the way up. Okay. Click your heels together. Allow the knees to pull in a little bit deeper. And what we're going to do is we're going to press our legs out because our head is still down. I want you to press your legs out at a high diagonal. If they go too low, you're going to strain your neck and pop your low back. Find the place where you can really maintain this connection and then pull it back in. This is great posture work as well as work for your center as you press out. Good. And we pull it back in. Find the mid back and how the mid back and the center work with each other. And when the legs reach, they reach from that center right at those lowest ribs. Breathe in or out. I don't care. Just keep breathing. Now, if you want a little bit more challenge with this, you can come up with the head, neck, and shoulders. Try not to roll those shoulders forward. We're still keeping that nice sensation of the back working. And when your head is up, you might be able to lower the legs a little bit. Keeping the stakes in the mat to help get into the back and your center more. Get two more wherever you're working. And then you're going to keep the legs out there and just point and flex. 3, 2, 1, and go ahead and just hug it in. Lower those legs down and let's stretch the legs long down on the mat. Point through the feet, squeeze those hips together. We're going to take an inhale, breathing into the back. And let that help float you up as you look at your toes and let those arms hover. I want nice long wrists. Shoulders don't roll forward, they stay on your back, and start to pump those arms. If you have wrist issues, elbow issues, or shoulder issues, I just want you to drop the weights and just concentrate on that connection. Closed fingers, reaching long. If you're okay with the weights, nice and slow and steady. Try not to lose the connection of the legs. That's easy to do. It's easy to let them hang out there as you're working the upper body. Pilates is always about full body in every single exercise. Long wrists. Are they bending at all? And then we roll it down. And remember the arm reach. Let's find it here. Reach back and pull down at the same time. Find that opposition. It should be a sweet spot, no tension. And then we start to lift the arms. We start to curl that upper body. We're going to curl our body up and over, flex those feet as you dive it, keeping the arms on the back. And it's the same idea. The arms reach and pull back at the same time. Pulse at 3, 2, 1. Feel free to just do a half roll back if you want. If you want to go all the way down, let's do it. Where's that arm reach coming from? Arms on the back. Dive it. I still have to remind myself at times of that oppositional reach. It can be easy to either have those shoulders compressed too far down or reach and shrug up to your ears, but we really want them to remain right on your back. And it should feel good. It should make you feel stronger, not more strained, not more stressed. Squeeze those hips. They're still a part of it. We haven't lost any of that other stuff we've worked on. I'm going to do about 2 more. Go at your own pace. Heel stay down. Squeeze those hips to come over. Come down. Make those stakes, right leg up. Circle it 5 times. And let's just keep that posture of your upper mid back. Maybe challenge the size of that circle a little bit today. And we'll switch midair. And 5. Opposite leg is anchored. Reaching through the heel. Heel is anchored. Hamstring is anchored. Arms are anchored. And then reach it long as you drop it down. Flex those feet. Find your arm reach. And roll it on up. For 3, 2, 1. Roll it on up. Come on in. All right, continue your roll-ups. You can also come back here and just find the longest flexion that you can make. And then just try to lift the elbows a little bit and then drop them right back into place. They lift a little bit, they drop right back into place. Those are going to build the muscles that we work in this rolling like a ball. We're going rolling like a ball into that rollover position, okay? So we're going to roll back. Stick those weights into the mat. You see how they help you? Should be a lot of arm work. Find your mid back and really work it. Place your weight onto your mid back and lift those hips up. Stretch the legs down, open them up, flex the feet, curl it, and balance. All right, try it again. We're building the strength of that upper mid back and arms. Let those legs lower, open up, flex, roll down, come up and balance. One more time. I think very often we don't think of how the arms and back work here. We're so busy trying to get our toes to the other side, right? Focus on that upper mid back, the arms reaching long. and we come up. Good. All right, just put those weights down for a second. We're going to roll back. Just do a little single leg stretch. Switch for 4, 3, 2, right into a little crisscross, armpit to knee. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug it in and roll it on up. All right, let's do a little reformer work here. So we're going to get our legs nice and long. All right, click the heels and ankles towards each other to get into those hips. Our arms are going to pull in towards our chest as we give ourselves a little half roll back. All right, really anchoring. And then the arms press out to the sides. Okay, so from here, your arms are on your back, right? We're going to start to press those arms behind us as we dive our body forward, like a little spine stretch forward. Now pull your thumbs towards one another. The arms can stay nice and low here. Those thumbs pull towards one another, and then we lift those arms up, and they're on the back. So as they lift up on the back, you're lifting your chest up away from the thighs. And then circle those arms around. They are so powerful on your back, right? And roll it up. Try it again. We curl it back. Press out. Push those thumbs towards one another. Keep lifting that chest up away from the thighs. One more time. Squeeze those hips together too, right? And now the arms come up and we just lean back. And as we come up, the arms come up and then we press them back behind us. Find those thumbs. Lift and flex the chest up and over. Come on up and lean. And up and press. Up and back. Up and around. And bring it up. Let's crisscross those legs here and give me a little open or hug a tree. We come up and we're going to keep those shoulders nice and wide on our back. Inhale, exhale. How does it feel where the arms are connected to the back? It's almost like you can do this forever, right? And then we're going to crisscross those legs the other way. Lean forward a little bit and then reach those arms long. Take them up and behind your head. Now I want you to try to stretch those arms straight up to the ceiling. Lift up, straight up, nice long spine. That's what it's about. And then we pull the weights back behind the head. Again, arms reach straight up. Can you keep those pointers towards one another a little? And straight up. 2 more. Up, pull your belly in. And then just circle those arms around. Good job. All right, we're going to turn it to our stomach. Take your weights to kind of either side here. Let's just start with a little bit of extension here. Heels together, hips together. Inhale. Find your arms kind of like a little goalpost as we press our chest forward. 2 more times. Anchor the feet, anchor the pubic bone, pull the center in. And your arms just stay on your back here. Good. And lower it down. Come up onto your elbows. And give me a kick, kick. And a kick, kick. Kick, kick. Remember what we do. Seat and hamstring pull that heel towards you as we lift our center and push through our chest. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we come back down. Good. All right. So now the arms are going to go out to the sides like an airplane. This is why I want you to have really light weights or no weights. So what I want you to do is as those arms stay on your back, we're just going to hover the chest up. Let those weights come up and hover. And then lift the chest by lifting the arms. Do you see how those arms just help you lift? And then lower down. Do 2 more just like that. We come up and hover, feet anchored. We lift up from the upper arms that stay on your upper back. And see how that helps you just lift up in one unit? 1 more time. They are attached like one big body muscle. Good. Now let's add a little airplane action to it. So as we come up, I want you to lift those arms, come up higher, and try to pull the pinkies towards one another a little bit. They keep lifting to help you lift higher, and then lower it down. And we come up on an inhale. Pull the pinkies as they lift. Your chest presses forward. Inhale. Exhale. You have 2 more. 2. And 1 more. Pull that center in. And we release it down, sit back and have a little stretch. Oh, good job. All right, let's turn to one side. I just want to get some side work in here, a little side kick so we get stronger and stronger on our side, because when we're on our sides, it's kind of the weakest on all of us. And it's really hard to find your alignment and feel your alignment. All right, get those heels stacked up, top leg goes up, bottom leg pulls down. You find your hips. All right, let's pull it front, back. And remember, we're reaching the leg long. You're not just pulling it towards you. You want to try to reach it. Three more. Pull your center in. Good work. Now we go up and down. Stack them up, lift and down. Work into your strength, not your flexibility. Up and press. Turn out that leg. 2 and 1. Beautiful job. All right, so now we're going to go nice big circles. So you're going to come back. You're going to go up, around, together. Back, up, around, together. All right, now forward, up, back, together. Forward, up, back, together. One more time. Awesome, and bring it in. All right, let's go to the other side. Put my weights here. Line up, bottom leg down, top up. All right, and we're gonna go forward, back. Really, sometimes when I feel myself pulling up to my chest too much, I try to reach it longer. So if it feels too easy to lift up, give your body or your leg a little bit more stretch forward as the hip stays where it is. Do you feel that work? So as you get more advanced, that's how you kind of get stronger, is you really fine tune the details. That's why Pilates gets more fun and more fun each year you do it. All right, we lift, we lower. That's why it never gets bored, because there's always something to learn about your body, always. And it's always changing constantly, right? Something that seemed easy last year, this year is like, why is it so hard? Your body's constantly changing. Good, life is all about changing. Press back, up, around, together. And it's about going with it, going with the flow, working with what you have, making the best of what you have. Pilates helps teach you that. Forward, up, and back. Ooh. Hello, hip. Yes, and bring it together. Okay, come on up. I'm gonna grab my weights. Weights helps you. Hint. It doesn't make it more challenging. The weights will help you in this one. All right, this is challenging. So just know you can always go back to something that you've done before. You can do a roll up, you can do half rollbacks, you can do those little slips, okay? Or you can just modify how you want. You'll get stronger, I promise. There was a time, there was no way I could even think of a teaser, okay? It comes, I promise. All right, let's roll back. So the weights help you, okay? So we're going to take our arms, attach them to our back, and you stretch those legs out and the arms back. Okay, so we're going to keep our legs there as we roll up to them. Yeah, arms come up and we bring it back. And we come up. See how those weights help you here? They help you come up. All right, now stay there. Bring the arms up and we just lower and lift the legs, trying to keep your torso where it is. Good, now everything down. Everything up. 2 more. All right, bend those legs in. We're going to put our weights aside. This is going to be a doozy of a little routine, so just take a break when you need it. So we got that arm connection that we worked a couple of days ago. Push your arms, find your back. The wider your base, the easier. Bring it in, it's harder, okay? Find your place. I'm still out nice and wide. All right, it comes in time. Stretch your legs long, and now 3 circles each way. You're going to alternate. One way, other way. You're keeping your arms on your back, right? One way, other way. One more each side. Smile. Good. And then lower down. Okay, so now the legs are going to go long. We're going to bring the arms in more. Turn your fingers so they're towards your seat. Squeeze your hips together and heels together. Now we're going to lift our pelvis. So power to the pelvis, but those arms are on your back, right? So strong on your back. Think of this as a leg exercise. You're pushing into your heels. You're finding your seat and hamstring. Okay? Lower back down. Try it again. Power to the pelvis, just like we did in our side bends. It's a leg. You're standing in those legs. And those arms just support you from your back. Lift. Lower. You have two more. Two. Yes, one more time. And one. And we lower it down. Beautiful job. All right, we have to do side bends. I know this is a challenging sequence. We can do it because our arms, we focused on that connection so much. Hopefully you feel nice and strong. Remember, you can always keep that bottom knee down. You can also go to your elbows like we did a few days ago. Here we go. Arm on your back, lift up, look down for 3, 2, one more. Yes, good job. Other side. All right, we got this. Arm on your back. All right, pretty soon you're going to feel like these are nothing. Push into those legs, right? It's a leg workout. It's a leg exercise. Stand in those feet. One more time. Look down and lower down. Good job. All right, so we got to come to a standing position. If you don't want to go in from seal into it, you can just turn around, roll yourself up, and join me standing, okay? If you want to do some seal, pull the edges of your feet together. We roll back. 1, 2, 3, and up. So on the third one, you're going to go up into a standing position. Whoa. Good job. All right, going to the edge of your mat again. Remember, you're going to lose me, but I'm coming back down. We have to work our push-ups, dive it. Since this is an arm workout, we're only going to do one of them though. 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Now just 3 elbow bends. That's it. 3, 2, 1. Now go all the way down. All the way down. All right, you ready? Let's see if we can push ourselves up in one unit. I want you to flex your feet so your toes are on your mat, squeeze your heels together. Try to come up in one plank of wood. Ready? Go. Good job. Curl the chest. Come on up. 2, 3, 4, and up. Good job. All right, go ahead, grab your weights. And then I just want you to give me a little heel together, a little toe apart, okay? And you're squeezing your hips together. Hopefully my head's not too chopped off. All right, you're squeezing your heels together, zipping it together, draw your belly in. And I just want you to reach the arms forward, find the arms on your back. So your arms are forward and they're pulling back at the same time. As you lift those arms up, reach them up from your center as you keep pulling the shoulders even down too. Find your back muscles, yes? All right, and then release it down. Good. All right, so now we're just going to turn those arms in their pockets and then take it down and find the connection on your back, right? We lift up, all back and down. And up and down. Okay, can we reverse it? Up. How's your brain doing with that? And down. 2 more. Try not to lock those elbows, right? Up and down. Try not to shake the body. Stable body. Up and down. Good. And then up like a V and bring it down. Up for 3 and 2. We're going to hold those arms up there on 1. We've done this before, a little hug a tree. So it's a little soft bend in the elbow, but feel that nice wide back. Try not to press through the chest. 1 more, hold it out, stretch through them, and now little circles here. And then little circles the other way. And then the circles are going to get bigger. I'm going to move so I don't hit the wall. And then nice big circles. Good. Out to the side, small circles. They get bigger, 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 bigger. Woo! Yes. How do you do? How'd you do? All right. So I want to do one more exercise. I'm going to turn to the side so you can kind of see me. So right now, my little heel together toe apart. I'm going to press my arms back behind me. Thumbs are towards one another. Lift off. Press those arms behind you. Try not to squeeze the shoulder blades. Just look over one shoulder, go over the other shoulder, come to center, bring it in center. Press back, look over one shoulder, and come to center. Good. Undo the heels, bend the knees, nice flat back if you can. Pull your elbows up to the ceiling and then elbows towards one another as we stretch up and bend, up and bend. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And I promise this is the last one. One arm forward, one arm back, and switch and switch. Feel those arms on your back? Oh yeah. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Woo! Drop those weights, roll yourself down, and roll yourself up. How'd you do? I know I said only 20 to 25 minutes, but they're getting longer and longer, aren't they? I just can't help myself. Hopefully you feel good. Hopefully you're feeling stronger. That's ultimately my goal. This is the strength challenge. I want you by the end of the 21 days to feel stronger. Okay. So in order to feel stronger, we got to push ourselves a little bit. Okay. But always know you have those other workouts that are your favorites to go back to. I heard a lot about that breath one on day one. Go back to that as much as you want. That's there for you. Okay. You can only get better and better with your breath the more that you practice that. You don't just have to go through the 21 days sequentially and that's it. Do what you want with this series. It's yours to keep. It's yours to do what you want with, and just hopefully you feel stronger and more in tune with your body and more connected. That's what I want. All right. Thanks so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you on day 8. Bye-bye.